What a week it's been in the reality show known as the GOP race. Folks, this party is officially off the rails. Joining me now for the Weekend Review, Nia Malika Henderson, a political reporter for the Washington Post, and Aaron McPike, a reporter for Real Clear Politics. Thanks to both of you for coming in.
Great to be here.
Thank you.
Okay, let's start with the big talker of the week. Herman Cain's incredible ad. In 3 days, it has 1 million hits on YouTube. I can't resist. I just can't. Roll it one more time.
America's never seen a candidate like Herman Cain. We need you to get involved because together we can do this. We can take this country back.
Nia, this guy seems like a joke, but he's going viral, so did Cain win the week?
Well, you know, I can't get that song stuck out of my head. I mean, and that ad, if there have been 1 million hits, I have probably watched it at least 500 times and contributed to that. In some ways, Cain, if you want to look at winners and losers from this week, Cain may have won the week by the sheer absurdity of this ad that people are just watching and laughing and parroting on all the talk shows and late night comedy shows. And he certainly has gotten a lot of attention. His campaign manager has gotten a lot of attention, a lot of unwanted attention. The AP had a story out today which looked at his very checkered past. But in some ways, it's like the more publicity, be it good or bad, that Cain has gotten, it seems to, you know, even boost him up higher in the polls. I mean, this guy is like a Teflon candidate so far.
Aaron,
so
let's look at the polls. The Fox poll has Cain at 24, Romney 20, Gingrich 12, and on down. Across the board, Cain's #1 in Ohio, Iowa, South Carolina, national. I mean, what's going on, Aaron? Is he going to run away with this?
I don't know that he's going to run away with it, but Republicans are obviously shocked. They think his 15 minutes of fame are up, that he's going to be coming down in the polls soon, and that hasn't happened. And when you talk to pollsters who are running focus groups of Republicans in some of these states, they're finding that the reactions to Cain are better than any of the other Republicans, and that is surprising to them. As far as that ad, we're talking about it, and we're talking about him more. And just last week on this show, we were talking about how Cain was maybe flip-flopping on abortion. We're not talking about that at all today. We're talking about this ad and that he's still at the top of the polls.
And we're not the only ones talking, because late night guys, late night comics don't want Herman to go anywhere. Watch this.
Herman, what do you want your campaign ad to look like? You know what I think we do? I think we should get a guy who looks like Alex Trebek to smoke a cigarette. And then I'll stand in front of some Venetian blinds and smile.
Herman Cain will create jobs, and those jobs will feed our family and grow our economy.
I'm Sam Romano. I do Herman Cain's taxes.
Accept my challenge of a slow smile contest. Here's a little taste. Go.
And now, if you think, Nia, that you hit 500 times that original ad by Cain, I've got something else for you for next week that we'll be talking about Friday. Look at the ad no one paid attention to. Look at this ad, yellow flowers. This is for you, Nia.
What are you guys, liberals?
Card carrying.
In 2012, let's get real for a change, people. Take a real look at Herman Cain. I think you'll like what you see. I stand with Herman Cain, because Herman Cain stands with us. Nice chicken, honey.
Now, Aaron, doesn't that just make you want to give him the keys to the free world and let him balance the budget. I mean, isn't just say he's the guy that needs to be running everything.
Again, we're talking about it. And remember, about 1 year ago, we were talking about Christine O'Donnell and the I Am a Witch ad, and then she became the Republican nominee in the Delaware Senate race. So for some reason, these web videos are working. They're getting chatter. They're getting people entertained.
But what
Maybe they're
happened to
bringing more
Miss
people into
O'Donnell?
politics. Oh, Christine O'Donnell obviously lost the general election.
Well, that might be why I'm still talking about it. I did study the O'Donnell thing. In the long run, would work sometime to the fringe, doesn't work in the general election. But let's get to some serious talk. On the economy, there were more signs this week that the Republican candidates had fallen off the right wing. On Tuesday, Rick Perry rolled out his 20% flat tax plan. The plan is a giveaway to corporations and the rich and a tax the poor and the middle class. Now, we know Herman Cain has his 999 plan, which does the same. And now we're learning Mitt Romney is set to roll out a flatter tax for his economic plan. Aaron, these kinds of plans were once the extreme. Now it's the standard. How did we get here?
Well, if you remember, in 1996 and 2000, Steve Forbes ran on a flat tax plan, and he got a lot of prominence from that, but then he ultimately didn't win his primary. But now, in this post-Tea Party world, when the Tea Party came around in 2009, 2010, and they're bringing spending and deficits and tax cuts and that kind of thing really into the forefront, the flat tax is now very powerful, and it's really resonating with the Republican base. And so these contenders that have been pulled far to the right have to come out and offer something like that if they have any hopes of winning a Republican primary in this electorate.
Every one of these flat tax plans are flattening the middle class and the poor. How can you win with this level of unemployment offering something that only helps the rich?
It's true. I actually talked to Steve Forbes on Tuesday, and he predicted this exactly, that more and more candidates would come out and support this flat tax. The reality of the flat tax, though, as we all know, is that it is a tax break for the rich, and Rick Perry has admitted as much, and it hurts the middle class. But, I think one of the things they're playing on is what is a frustration and a real confusion, I think, among
But I don't think
Americans
they
about
understand
the
the frustration. They're really making it worse. Nia Malika Henderson and Aaron McPike, thanks, and you both have a great weekend, and stay off YouTube, Nia.